Right now, across thousands of temples and millions of altars, people are offering prayers to a capability to shatter mountains and outpace the wind. He can alter his mass to the size of a microscopic insect or a sprawling landmass. However, in nearly every depiction, he kneels and bows his head. This posture represents Dasya Bhakti, the spiritual practice of devotion through service. Hanuman's legacy is built on this specific act of submission. Curious tone. To understand how a being of limitless, universe-shattering force became the primary symbol of gentle humility, we have to look at how that power was first directed. The story begins with his parents, Anjana and Kesari. Through a divine blessing from Vayu, the god of wind, their child was born with a reservoir of volatile kinetic energy. From his first moments, his strength lacked any internal governor. Mistaking the rising sun for a glowing, ripe fruit, the young child simply launched himself into the sky to consume it. This trajectory threatened the stability of the cosmos. To stop the child's ascent, Indra, the king of the gods, struck him with the Vajra, a celestial thunderbolt weapon. The impact sent the boy falling back to earth, leaving him with a permanently shattered jaw. In Sanskrit, Hanu means jaw, which gave him the name he would carry forever, Hanuman. He survived the fall, but the incident served as a warning. Without a target for his energy, his first instinct had nearly cost him his life and disrupted the natural order. Hanuman realized he needed intellectual discipline to master his own nature. He returned to the very object he had once tried to eat, choosing Surya, the sun god, as his guru. Studying under Surya, Hanuman mastered the Ashtasiddhis, 8 supernatural abilities, allowing him to shift his physical state at will. To manage this power, he practiced brahmacharya for sensory control, pulling his impulsive energies inward into a single, stable core. Hanuman had become a precise instrument of his own making, possessing absolute physical and intellectual control. However, he was still a weapon without a hand to wield it. That focus arrived in the kingdom of Kishkinda with the prince Rama. Rama was a man in exile, searching for his wife Sita, who had been abducted by a demon king. Hanuman observed the prince's conduct. He saw a man who remained virtuous and composed even while suffering a devastating loss. Recognizing Rama as a leader worthy of his strength, Hanuman pledged his life to the prince's mission, shifting his identity into a dedicated servant. This alliance gave Hanuman the anchor he had lacked. By placing his limitless abilities at the service of a higher moral purpose, he could finally act without restraint. The results were immediate. Hanuman leaped across the ocean, infiltrated the enemy fortress alone, and reduced the capital to ashes. During the final war, when Rama's brother Lakshmana lay dying on the battlefield, the only cure was a rare herb located on a mountain thousands of miles away. Unable to identify the plant, he chose a solution of absolute scale, uprooting and carrying the entire mountain back to the battlefield. In the underworld, he took on the 5-faced Panchamukha form, a manifestation of his peak power, to eliminate the demon Ahiravana and rescue Rama from certain death. These feats were possible because Hanuman acted without the hesitation of ego. He demonstrated that power is most effective when it is entirely surrendered to a cause. With the war won and Ravana defeated, Rama returned to his throne in Ayodhya to begin a golden age of rule. Eventually, Rama's time on earth reached its conclusion. As he prepared to return to the celestial realm, he offered Hanuman the chance to leave the world and stay by his side in paradise. Hanuman declined the invitation to ascend. He requested to remain on earth as a silent guardian, vowing to stay wherever his story is told and his lord is remembered. This choice earned him the status of Chiranjeevi, the immortal one. The legend of the immortal servant suggests that physical might is temporary. Strength achieves its most enduring form when it is used for the sake of others.